Welcome back to In Your Defense. I'm attorney Steve Toland. Today we continue our series on expungements and non-disclosures. So an expungement is, for the uninitiated, it's the process by which you file for a court order requesting every agency that ever had any contact or any knowledge about you if you were arrested or charged with something, and it orders those agencies to remove completely any record of you. So that's your mugshot, your fingerprints, your name, anything like that. So here are 4 questions I think every person should ask when they're considering an expungement here in Texas. First question, very important, am I eligible? So you're eligible for an expunction if you were arrested and charged with a crime and it was dismissed. If you're arrested or accused of a crime and it was filed and then dismissed. So you could be arrested and it's never filed and then dismissed, obviously, or it's filed and then dismissed. As long as it's dismissed, you're good to go, or never filed. And then thirdly, if you went to a jury trial and you were acquitted or found not guilty. So any of those scenarios, and a lawyer can always help you with that, but you are probably eligible for an expunction. Second question to ask yourself is, do I need a lawyer for that? You don't necessarily need a lawyer. I'm not in the business of pressuring people to always use a lawyer. But in this case, I think what I've found is that because there are time periods attached to expungements, and also you're typically needing that in a certain time frame. You're worried it's going to come out, you're in the middle of an advancement or a promotion, or you're filling out for graduate school or college applications. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure here. You're better off to hire an attorney, make sure it's done efficiently, and make sure it's done properly, and make sure you don't forget. You only get one bite at the apple here, so you want to make sure you include every agency that ever had any contact with you and that they're ordered to remove any information about you. So it's better to hire a lawyer and make sure that's done correctly. Third most relevant question to ask when considering an expungement is, how long will it take? The procedural process takes about 30 days from when you file it to get your court date. Then it could take another 180 days or so to have all the agencies respond to the court order requiring them to remove everything about you. There's also a statutory time period called a statute of limitations. That's dependent upon whether it's a Class C misdemeanor, Class B, Class A misdemeanor, or a felony. So there may be time periods attached to that. It's another reason why you want to counsel a lawyer to make sure you got the timing right on this. And lastly, do you need to hire a lawyer locally? Let's say you were charged or accused of a crime and it was dismissed out in Lubbock or Amarillo or El Paso, and you live in Austin now. Do you need to hire a local lawyer out in those remote parts of Texas? Well, no, you don't. I handle expunctions all over the state of Texas. I'm glad to counsel and represent you anywhere in Texas in handling an expungement process. So if you have any questions about this process, reach out to me, attorney Steve Toland, or us here at Peek & Toland. We're always glad to help you. This has been In Your Defense.